Hi, I'm Alyssa,
I'm Ina.
and we are clinical nutritionists and the co-founders of My Custom Cleanse. And today we wanted to talk to you about this time of year, February, and how the New Year's resolutions start to die off.
Mm-hmm.
You might have noticed that the gym is far less crowded now than it was 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
So with people, we've noticed this in practice too. I mean, when people start to lose their motivation, or, they lose 10 pounds and then it just stops, like they just lose that fire. There's a lot of different reasons why, but Ina's been doing a ton of research lately. I know we've talked about this privately, but what would you say is a leading contributing factor to specifically women who lose that motivation when they're doing so great on a plan or towards their goals?
So one of the big things that I'm seeing is actually self-sabotage. So it's not that you're bored or that you just don't want to do it anymore. It's actually that you are starting to see changes. And so, especially we find this with women, you're losing weight and you're like, wow, now I can fit into this outfit that I couldn't wear for the last, 10 years, 15 years since I've had my baby or whatever it is, and then, or, I could fit into those skinny jeans finally. But then what happens is that, in our life, obviously we have our family, whether it's our spouses or friends, and, a lot of times people see you as the person that you are now, right? Or were at least when you started. And then as people start to lose weight and feel better, they're actually able to do things that they weren't able to do. So let's just say maybe you weren't feeling well and your joints were hurting and you weren't able to go skiing, right? And so then, with your husband, perhaps, you guys, your outings would be going out to dinner, right? And watching a movie or staying home and, playing board games or something like that, things that aren't very active. And so then people have the belief that their loved ones are not going to understand them or not going to, perhaps appreciate them or love them or be able to connect with them if they're not this person anymore. So they're almost like these co-authors that sort of keep you in that stuck place because, if they're there, then they want you to stay there with them. And so as people start to lose weight, they realize, oh my gosh, like I could do this. This is fantastic. And then your spouse or a friend might say, but wait a minute, like you don't do that. Like skiing, you haven't done skiing, you haven't skied in 15 years.
Who are you?
Who are you? Why do you want to do that? Come over. Let me cook you some pasta.
Yeah.
And so what happens
Abandoned.
is, yeah, they feel abandoned, exactly. And then, the person that is actually going through the changes, they're thinking, well, wait a minute, maybe this person is right. Maybe I shouldn't do this, or I'm not worthy of, doing this or losing weight or looking a certain way. And so, unfortunately, it's that belief, that underlying belief that you're not worthy and that you are, someone that maybe isn't what this, your loved ones are used to.
Is like you're not the person that you're going for.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not true. Change is good.
Exactly.
And I know you've said before, if you're happy, that actually is going to affect everyone in your life in a really beneficial way. Because if you're sluggish and tired and your mood is not the best, as a consequence of eating poorly, you're not going to be a good wife. You're not going to be a great mother. You're not going to be great at your job. Everything tends to suffer. So you're not really abandoning your people.
Exactly. You're actually bringing more energy to those people through you. It's kind of that saying, happy wife, happy life, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there is some truth to that because, and I find especially, if you guys are mothers, as a mother, you tends to be the center of the family. So your energy is going to radiate through to everyone else, your husband, your kids.
Yeah. I've heard Ina give one piece of advice. This one-liner. And I love it.
Why say, you do you? I also laughed about that.
Because it's in pop culture. But anyway.
Well, I didn't take it from that.
Do you.
Yeah, so you do you. And just know that the changes that you're making, of course they're helping you, but they're actually going to indirectly affect everyone else in your life. So don't be afraid if someone may feel like they're not, maybe going.
I know what you're trying to say. Like you don't want to fear alienating the people that have been in your life for so long.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not down to go out on a Friday night and have wings and beer and just completely pig out. And maybe that's what you've always done. And you feel like you're abandoning your friends, and that maybe that is. You think you're too good for them. That's not the case at all. You're trying to be healthier, and we're not looking down on anyone who's not trying to make those moves with you. But you need to not self-sabotage. If you have a goal, go for it, because in the end, you're going to be happier, and that's going to make you a better friend and a better partner.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And then your energy is going to be contagious. And so they're going to say, you know what are you doing? And I love that, you're actually going here and here. You know what? Let me try. Let me do something to come with you. And then you guys also can start making suggestions too. So if every Friday night you go and have wings, don't be afraid. Stand up, speak up, make a suggestion. You know what, today, instead of going for wings, why don't we go to
that farm to table restaurant? Exactly. That looks great. The reviews are fantastic. Everybody can dress up, and you'll find more things to do with your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Trust us, because we eat really healthy, and our families have all made changes. And
exactly. You can also host at your place.
Yeah.
And, we have so many yummy recipes that are very healthy, but also really delicious. So you can make dishes and fool your family and friends all the time. They'll never know they're eating cauliflower or something that's dairy-free.
That's been a favorite of mine around the holidays.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so we hope you take Ina's advice, and remember to stay positive, do you.
Yep.
And don't be afraid of changes, because positive changes are going to change everything around you for the better.
Have a good one, guys.
Talk to you soon. Bye.